Today is the day. Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. You know what's happening today, it's a big one. Welcome back to the Dream Car Garage build. Now before we get into things, do me a massive favor, give this video a big thumbs up. It really does help me out. Let's try and get 1,000 likes on this video. It's gonna be a big one today. Now you all know what's going to be happening today, but before we get into things, I just want to say a massive thank you to the team over at Passmore's. They've been absolutely brilliant so far. When it came to the planning of this garage, I've been very fussy. Some of my requirements have been a little bit odd, you could say. Probably not typically what they're used to, but nothing that I have suggested has been out of the question. Now Passmore's are the timber garage company that I am deciding to use. They are going to be delivering the garage, they are going to be erecting it in just a couple of days. They will actually be here in the next half an hour or so. Now Passmore's are based down in Kent. I am up here in the Midlands. Now you may be thinking, well, why have I chose a company so far away? Now let me explain. So when it came to planning for this garage around 2 years ago or so now, I got in touch with so many different timber garage companies, and none other than Passmore's really wanted to help me. They wasn't really interested. What I was suggesting, they said, no, that's not going to work. You can't build something of this size. You can't build it to the height that you want. And they just didn't really want to get on board with the idea. But I went down to Passmore's, I met Stuart, and I went in some of their timber buildings that they had on site. I saw, yep, these look great, these are exactly what I'm after, and now they've made my dream become a reality. Now then, like I said, it's been a good 2 or 3 years now getting to this point, so I think we should just show you what's been done so far, and then we'll wait for them to arrive. Now, as I mentioned, it's kind of been a good 2 or 3 years or so in the making. We've constructed this gravel driveway leading down to the bottom of my garden, where we have the huge garage base itself. There's a lot of concrete in here. This garage base in places is up to 4 feet thick. So essentially this section here is going to be a large 2-car garage with space to have a workshop at the side, and then on the end here we have a single bay garage. Now since the last garage build update, I've had a single layer of engineering bricks installed. That is because the garage base will sit upon them. Number one, for weather purposes, obviously if we have the timber base plates raised off the ground, it's going to mean that they will be better protected, but it also is going to allow us some extra height as well. Right then, our work up to this point has been done. It's now just going to be a case of letting Passmore's deliver and erect the garage in just a couple of days.
How good, mate? You in?
Steve, how's it going?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. You?
Yeah, good. So I can see you have pretty much half of the building already up. How is this put together? Obviously it arrives basically flat pack on a lorry. How is it fixed together?
Yeah, we go around and on the outside there's a 20mm gap between 2 panels, and you get a 40mm batten that sits in between, and then we screw the panels together and they get bolted across all the way through. Obviously the partition's then bolted to the outside wall as well, and as we go around, same situation all the way around. Then we'll get to the front and it'll be the oak, and we'll put the oak up, so the legs will go up, and then the heads and the knees, and it all gets fixed there. The oak gets fixed together with the oak dowels.
So this right here then, this is a damp proof course basically.
Yeah, that's it. So stop any rising damp to come up through the bottom.
Yeah,
so that goes all the way around.
Obviously I have engineering bricks. Do you need engineering bricks for one of these garages?
Ideally, when it's on brick course, because they won't let any water go through them as well. So
yeah, so it's an extra layer of protection.
Yeah,
basically.
that's it. Yeah. So
and most importantly, it's given me an extra little bit of height as well, which is what
always
I need.
handy.
But in terms of the dimension of the garage basin, obviously you measured it up. Was it all okay?
Yeah, you was a little bit over on the length, but like I said to you earlier, because it's got an OSB lining.
Yeah.
All the measure it gives you an extra 20 mil to play with. So
right.
It turned out to be spot on in the end. So,
right. Okay.
And your diagonals were pretty good. They were within 10 mil. So pretty good base, to be fair, mate.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good to hear.
It makes our jobs a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So
good stuff. So I can see on these wall panels then, obviously you've put this piece on the top, is that just like a, what's that for?
yeah, it's a top rail, so each panel will be tied together, so they'll go through a full 4.8 length of CLS,
Right.
and it will tie each panel together. So when we join them, we try to join them so they're at least 600 over a join.
Yeah.
So it ties the whole building in together then.
And am I going to be having the ground anchoring bracket?
So this is the ground anchoring bracket which we'll use, which will go on every join. Obviously what we'll do is we'll line the building up, square it up, and then line the panels through. And then they get bolted down with a 70mm concrete screw then.
Right.
So that'll be on every join as well.
So the walls are literally going
That won't go nowhere, no.
Nah.
So.
Good stuff. We don't want that, do we?
No, definitely not.
So, all of the walls are now up and the oaks are now up as well, aren't
Yes,
they?
yeah, temporary up now. The oaks, obviously what we're doing now is we'll level the oak through, make sure the head runs nice and smooth, all nice and flush. You see George is just there tallowing up the dowels. So what we do is obviously once we've levelled the posts up and made sure the heads are nice and level, we'll go through, we'll drill the knees with a 19mm auger bit so it's all nice and flush, and then we'll actually put an oak dowel through there to keep it all together, and we use an animal fat we call it tallow as a lubrication for it.
So how come you use an animal fat then? Is it just like an old technique? Or?
Yeah, to believe it or not, yeah, it's a more traditional way. Obviously when you use the oak dowels, it's a traditional method of actually putting the oak together as well. So obviously once they've been in there a little while, they'll swell up and they won't come out then. So, and then obviously once we temporarily fix these at the moment with turbo screws, but they'll get fixed in place with stainless steel coach screws as well.
Right, yeah.
So, and then obviously we'll have a bracket that sits on the bottom again fixed with stainless steel coach screws, and then that'll sit down and be lovely.
So then, gable ends, they're up?
Yes, they are now. A little bit tricky to get them up, but we've got a nice little technique to get them up there. So,
How are they secured in place?
they're fixed all the way through with 4-inch wires, and then obviously once we've fixed them through with the 4-inch wires, they go through and they have a strapping put on them with a square twist, which all ties it all into the wall then. So.
Right, so is that the hard bit done now essentially? They're the heaviest?
Yeah, pretty much. We've still got the 2 pliers to go up for the vaulted ceiling bit, which are just as heavy-ish, and then obviously the purlins to go over the top of them as well. So
right.
Mainly the biggest bit done now, but yeah, still a couple of little big bits to do still. So.
So that's all of the trusses now in place, including the vaulted.
The girder trusses and the purlins now in place. The only things left to do now is to put the rafter trusses in, which obviously then support the batten for your roofing and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
this section here, this is, if you're wondering what this is for the car lift. Essentially gives you more head height, and yeah, obviously it's a big enough section to allow a car to go up there. So yeah, happy with things?
Yeah, no, it's going well. So we're getting there slowly.
Cool. Can you now believe that I'm stood outside of my dream car garage? Just look at it. This thing is huge, and honestly, it's better than what I expected. Let me take you around it. So, for starters, we'll start on the side here. This is, as you all know now, this is a single garage. It's going to be on the side, and it's just enough room to store a car in comfortably though. You know, it's 3 meters wide, it's 5.4 meters long, but this right here is just to store a car in. It's not to work on any cars, just to store a car in. But right here there will be an outside tap as well, just so I can kind of wash my cars in this outside area. I guess I'll take you through the personal door, which there will be a PVC door of sorts on here, and then this entire area here, this is going to be the workshop, so there'll likely be workbenches all around here. Haven't figured out exactly how everything's going to work, but that's kind of my thinking. We then have a bay here where a car can be stored, and then this section right here, this is the main one. So this is where the car lift is going to live essentially, and we have a vaulted ceiling, so we have the extra head height. I wasn't really sure how it was going to work. I thought, oh, I don't know if we're going to be able to get a car lift. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a car at full height, but I think we're going to get pretty close, to be honest. I didn't think it was actually going to be so high. I mean, even if I'm quite tall and I can't get anywhere near that, so yeah, I think this is definitely going to work. Now obviously, once I have everything in here, once I have the cars in here, once I have all the tools and whatnot, I'll give a proper full in-depth garage tour. But for now, I just want to talk about the finish, and this is where things have kind of exceeded my expectations. For example, these oak frames right here, I'm so glad I went with these oak frames. It honestly, they look stunning. I'm a massive fan of oak. It looks so good in the garden. It adds a really good classy touch. The quality of these feather edge boards, I mean, these are proper feather edge board. It's not like what you'd expect to find on a fence. These are properly well made, properly treated. I don't know all the technical terms, you know, if you want to find out exactly how everything's made, the type of wood and everything, you can find it all on Passmore's website. But yeah, everything's so good quality, and it's green at the moment, but I'm led to believe it will go a lighter shade, more of a goldy colour, a bit like how the oak frames are at the front. Another thing that I love as well is this veranda. This is kind of like an overhang for the smaller garage, but yeah, this honestly is just finished so neatly. Everything ties in perfectly, and yeah, it's, you know, I have pretty high expectations. I like things to be finished perfect, and they've done such a good job with this, honestly. So the garage structure itself is completed. Obviously still a lot of work to be done. In the next part, I will be finishing the roof. I just want to make a point as well. Passmore's can finish the roof themselves. They offer a bunch of different roof coverings, but I'm opting to finish it myself with a family friend who's kind of done it before, with some lovely rosemary clay tiles, and I think that will really set it off lovely. I want to say a massive thank you to Passmore's. They've been absolutely brilliant with me for this entire project. I want to say a massive thank you to the 4 guys who delivered and erected this. They've done an absolutely brilliant job. Of course, if you want to check out Passmore's, maybe you want to get a garden shed, a garden room, or a garage of this size, they pretty much do anything timber building related, so get in touch with them. I'll leave all their details down in the description box below. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. But like I said, the garage build series doesn't end here. I want to thank you all for watching. Give this video a big like, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you have not already done so, and I will see you very soon in that next one.